What's going on, everybody? In this video I'll be showing you how to make some simple flying machines, so if you guys are actually interested in that, please drop a like, please consider subscribing, and let's get started. Alright guys, in front of me is going to be the simplest flying machine I can actually build. It is comprised of a single regular piston, a sticky piston, 2 observers, and 4 slime blocks. And in order to build it, go ahead and just get off the ground, place an observer, place a sticky piston, place 2 slime blocks, come around to the other end, place another observer, place a regular piston, and place 2 more slime blocks. And that is the basis. Now, some important things to note is that obsidian will go and will stop your flying machine. For the unidirectional flying machines, the regular piston is actually going to be the orientation of the direction it heads. You can chain more than 2 together, and every unit can only contain 12 blocks. And specific blocks and entities will actually stick to the slime blocks and can be pulled along as well. So for example, right here we can actually move some chests. So why is this useful? Well, let's say you actually want to move bases from one location to another and it's actually in a straight line. Simply chain a bunch of flying machines together just like this cargo model that I went ahead and I built. Store your items. Make sure that it's high enough off the ground that it actually won't run into anything. And also make sure you have a means to stop it when it gets to its location, or else it'll just keep going. And once you have it loaded up, just go ahead and let it go. So to go ahead and build something like this, go ahead and build the simple flying machine that we built earlier. So place an observer, place a sticky piston, place some slime blocks, place another observer, place a regular piston, place some more slime blocks. Now this will be unidirectional and go in this direction. And then from the back, come out 3 more blocks with the slime blocks. Place another observer so that there's a 1 block gap here. Place another sticky piston. And then come out here 3 blocks. And then this is actually going to be where you just do a repeating unit. Place an observer up top. Place a sticky piston. Place 3 slime blocks. Come underneath. Place an observer. Place a sticky piston. Place 3 slime blocks. And then you just simply go in and you just start repeating that. So on the bottom, on top, on the bottom, and you just keep that going. And of course, entities can stick to the slime blocks. Over here, I have the maximum amount of chests per unit, which will be 6 on the sides, plus 1 on the bottom, or 1 on the top, your choice. Don't put an entity there, it'll actually screw up. It'll connect the units together, and it won't move. So yeah, go ahead and build this as big as you want, and when you're ready, just go ahead and update the observer, and it'll just start pulling everything along. And there's really no limit to how big you build this other than supplies. Now maybe you want to use the flying machine to actually go and explore your world. If that's the case, something like this might be a little bit better for you. Now I call this the Scout model. It is a small traveling base. It contains 4 chests, a crafting table, a smoker, a blast furnace, 2 regular furnaces, and a means to get up and down, which would be this dispenser right here. Now when you do ride this, make sure you're standing right where the piston is and the observer. If you stand on the slime block, you'll actually get launched, and you don't want that. You'll lose your flying machine. But to go ahead and show you guys, I'm actually going to hop into survival mode. Now to get this going, go ahead and just place a piece of sand back here, and it'll go ahead and it'll take off. Now you can't actually access the entities, or else it'll kick you out in motion. So mostly, it's going to be useful when you stop, but this is just for traveling right here. Alright, and you guys might be wondering, how do I get this thing to stop when I get to where I want to be? Well, I built this front part to be exactly 12 blocks, so a 13th block sticking to it would actually automatically shut it off. So just place your 13th block, go ahead and break it again, and boom, it stopped. Alright, now obviously you want to build this pretty high so you're not running into anything, so if you want to get up and down, it's kind of a challenge. But with the dispenser, with the water bucket, make sure it's stopped, place a button, and just go ahead and ride the water down. And when you want to get up again, just go ahead and ride the water back up. Hop back on, press the button, and you're ready to go. Now the button does actually get knocked off when you're in motion, just be aware of that, carry a bunch of buttons on you. But yeah, this is actually my favorite model. The freight one is pretty nice, but I personally like the moving base. Now you could chain a bunch of these together and get a lot more storage or a lot more workstations, it's really up to you. So yeah, guys, I've been really loving making some flying machines. I haven't really ever messed around with them. I know they've been around for a while, but this is my first time exploring them. And I gotta say, I think in my survivor world, I'm going to be building one of these and just exploring the world. Oh, and a side note, beds do, of course, actually break if you try to connect it to the slime blocks. So just keep a bed in your chest, place it down with the machine stopped, and then, of course, just make sure you break it before you take off again. So if you guys like this video, please go ahead and consider dropping a like. If you want to see more things like this, please consider subscribing. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.